We've been discussing how the methods and tools that we use inside GEC to support alternative standards bodies, and when we align, that covers most of the problem. If we need to author new material, GEC has the tools for that. But the last case to discuss is this alternative support case. How might we alternatively support a different standards body? If we go back to here for a minute to discuss what this might mean, here we have a very specific request from the ACTFL. Act in ways that avoid intercultural blunders. Now down here we have a more general standard pragmatic coherence, the ability to express related ideas to meaningful situations in daily life. So this is a smaller application of a larger standard here. But this is very specific. So is there a way that we can build, this is an example, to build an alternative lesson plan that's an ACTFL related lesson plan, or to do a alternative instructional assignment which targets this specific skill for the for the ACTFL, that this may not be in any another standards body. Now this is an example. You can broaden this perspective to consider other types of anomalies, right? And that's what we're talking about, anomalies where we may not have to create new author new material. We just might have to give alternative supports. Now inside the library here, we just go to a lesson. We should still have some lessons showing. No. Let's go to heredity, and we'll look at this update lesson plans. Right here we can create new lesson plans. Right. These are my lesson plans. Here's the global lesson plan. So we've got one global lesson plan. Basically, I apologize for not having done more with this so far, where it's it's like one thing pushes another aside, but the system is here. Now we can create another global lesson plan. This one might be our CEFR lesson plan. We might actually end up creating, for this specific lesson, we might create an alternative lesson plan called your ACTFL lesson plan. Okay, however, from the teacher's side even, this is the teacher's account. When we go to the calendar, can I get back to the calendar from here? And you look at this infinitive pronouns, we have lesson plans. And I can create my own lesson plan as a teacher, or I can use one of the global lesson plans, which for this one looks like there is no global, right? But anyway, and if our teachers create a lesson plan that we like, from the back end we can convert a teacher's lesson plans, we can kind of co-opt it as a global lesson plan. And therein, one of the reasons we have not moved forward to build so many lesson plans. But that's one avenue that we can take to address what we call over here, we called it alternative support, right? We can create alternative lesson plans. You're using the similar content, the same content even, and you're just creating a lesson plan that bends it towards a specific requirement from a standard. Now another tool that we have here, you might have seen this previously, was we have what we call instructional assignments. And instructional assignments, you can enter the event here. You can put a link. Now this might be a link to our online, to our online web conferencing platform, where you have the students working together in order to address some alternative need. And a lot of the most difficult standards to address are these communicative ones, where you can't deal with it in a self-study arrangement. You have to have a group of students, or at least two. Up here you have a conversation, right? Formal discussions, goal-oriented cooperation. These are hard. And these exist both in the different variations, maybe exist in the ACTFL and in the CEFR, but it's not hard to take an existing lesson like an economic lesson or a culture lesson, and in one form of the we call it instructional design. You might approach it from an ACTFL perspective. In another form of the instructional design, you might approach it from a CIFAR perspective using the same curriculum. So that's another tool. Just to really bring this home a little bit, let me go back to classes, go back into this classroom and jump into the pairs. So these students have not been paired. I can do random pairing and make two groups here. Whoops. There we go. Random pairing and whoops, I assigned that. I didn't want to. All right. Anyway, I should undo them. Let me go back to custom. Okay. Yeah. I can make three groups here. I can do custom where I'm just dragging them together. And when they're in a group together, they can view each other's notes. They can work together collaboratively in the note-taking system. I think we looked at that note-taking system in another view. But then apart from that too, we can go to the live class. And this is this class's live class. It's specific to them. Every time they come in for a lesson, wow, we've got 10-hour recording here. I think somebody left the recorder on. Anyway, we can come in here and they can see their another 76-hour one here. Yikes! We can come in here and see their classroom recordings, right? Yep. So those are some tools that we have inside here, where we're just giving alternative support. We can use the same lessons, and we can target alternative standards forms using alternative support.